Folks, welcome back to the W.A.D.E Concept presented by The Ring Magazine. Now, it is fight week here in New York City. As you're seeing this video, we are probably less than 2 days away from the big fights that go down May 2nd in the middle of Times Square. And today, I hosted my first ever professional boxing press conference. And it just so happened to be the biggest one potentially I've ever been a part of, and maybe I've ever seen live, and it was for Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Romero. Listen, I had a fun time on stage. I didn't actually know that I was going to be hosting this press conference until today, and listen, my entire thing is say yes, and they asked, I said yes, and here we are. But it was an eventful one, to say the least. What happened in this whole thing, and why do I think it potentially made the fights on Friday even bigger? It's one answer and one answer only. When Ryan Garcia, Rolly Romero, Devin Haney, Jose Ramirez, Teofimo Lopez, and Arnold Barboza Jr. are all on one stage together, along with Oscar De La Hoya, Bill Haney, Eddie Hearn, and this big goof right here trying to keep everyone in line. It's going to be one phrase and one phrase only: pure chaos. What do I mean? The breakdown. Let's go. All right, so first off, I'm just going to go ahead. This was a 42-minute press conference, so we're not going to watch the entire thing because, quite frankly, we'd be here forever. But I want to I just realized what's on my fucking computer screen. I want to start with Teofimo Lopez because he stole the show pretty early on. He's been stealing the show throughout the build for this fight, and he did so today with a luchador mask, and I think it's a famous luchador. I'm not exactly sure who. Someone said it looked like a BDSM mask, and I can't unsee it now. As soon as I saw him walk into the building with that on, I was like, here we go, man. And fair play to Teo. He has taken the opportunity and run with it. You know, he has promoted his ass off in the build up to this thing, and he started once again at the presser. Let's take a listen.
Times Square takeover! Now let me get a T.O. 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 That's what I'm talking about.
That was Rolly Romero jumping in. Rolly didn't have much to say. I'm a little surprised with that. We'll get to him in a second, but he was, I don't know that I am surprised, actually, because that's kind of been the way he has approached this entire fight week, almost like he has all the answers. There's no more answers to give, and that he knows a secret the rest of us don't, which potentially could show on fight night. If Rolly is to catch Ryan with something big time early, that would shock a lot of people. So stay tuned in on Rolly Romero.
No answer on the mask there, but I saw a lot of people.
I hate my own voice. I don't know if it's just me that feels this way, and I know I'm going to get some people be like, no, Wade, we hate your voice too. But when I listen back to some of the stuff that I do, it's hard for me to like process it and listen to it. So we're just going to skip by me and get back to the fighters.
Arnold, you're coming into play spoiler. You've done this many times. Have you gotten comfortable in this role with people chanting the other fighter's name in their hometowns and coming in and spoiling the party?
Yeah, man. Like I said, I just came from doing it. It turns me on, honestly. You know what I mean? So, look.
I did not hear that. Yo.
So, man, shout out to them, man. They, I ain't got to promote the fight. I just got to come and fight and do what I got to do.
Really? Appreciate you, Arnold. So, Teo.
Again, I don't even be hearing some of this stuff on stage. What is Teo doing?
That'll be our first
Hey,
fight.
pull up and make sure not to pull out. Let's go. We fucking...
Not a message we condone here at DAZN and The Ring Magazine.
Yeah, Teo was wild. I had to try to reel it back in. My man said, pull up, because we first Arnold talks about I'm turned on. Now Teo's telling people we in the middle of Times Square. We not doing that. All right, we're having a fight card, but again, man, he's hilarious. Shouts to Teo, dude.
Folks, let's move on to our next fight. Jose Ramirez versus Devin the Dream Haney.
Oh, yeah, that crowd was not with Bill or Devin Haney. And again, they played into it, which I love. This is what I thought Devin should have done. Even if he's not really a villain in this whole thing, all he did was show up and fight. And yes, okay, the lawsuits and other things that happened after the fight, and maybe the way they handled the aftermath of the fight. Bill's not very likable to a lot of people, but Bill's only there trying to, state the case for his son. In fact, he's the one managing Devin right now. Devin's not with Matchroom or any of these people, so it was good to see them play into it a little bit more today. And Bill's always going to do it, but Devin did as well. So I enjoyed that. But the crowd was hot in there, man, and they were booing the shit out of both of them.
I know he's a very talented fighter. I know he's a good fighter. He's a great fighter. But on Friday, May 2nd, I will beat Devin Haney. And we're going after the best version of Jose Ramirez and the best chapter yet to come. Thank you.
Devin the Dream Haney. It's been a long time, Devin. But you're back in New York. A brand new version of yourself. You locked yourself away in Big Bear. You took time away from all of the things that you've found to be comfortable. You've made yourself uncomfortable, and in your own words, undeniable. What does Friday mean to Devin Haney?
Y'all can boo or y'all can cheer. It don't matter. It's all noise. It's all noise. When I dust Jose Ramirez off on Friday, I'm gonna get to y'all boy Ryan after. That's it.
That's a confident Devin Haney. I have not heard him really speak too much, you know, in the buildup of this, especially not disparagingly about Jose Ramirez. He's given Jose his respect. I mean, we're at the point now where we're close to the fight, and the respect has been given. But it's okay to be confident. It's okay to say what you're going to go and do, or at least try to call your shot. Babe Ruth did it. Michael Jordan did it. Hopefully LeBron does it tonight. It's Game 4 and the Lakers are down 3-1. My point is, I don't mind this version of Devin. I like this version of Devin. Now, yes, he has to go and back it up. Yes, we have to see what version of him actually shows up on Friday, because everybody can talk. And Devin usually is not a big talker, but he's got a lot of questions to answer, like I said on stage. A lot of things that people want to see him do differently, do better, maybe defensively. And how does he recover mentally from the fight with Ryan Garcia and being put down time after time after time? Not considered a loss on his record, but a tough fight nonetheless. But I like this. This shows me the confidence I wanted to see from Devin.
Jose said he's going to dust you. Again, there's been talk about looking over fighters, and Devin has said he's not looking past you, but that verbiage makes it seem otherwise. A dusting is what he said is coming for you.
Well, we'll find out. We'll find out the first round comes May 2nd. That's all I can say, you know. I'm not the best at talking, you know, but I'm here because I'm a great fighter.
Like I said, the talk is over. I get to Jose Ramirez on Friday, and after, y'all know who next.
It's a pretty clear plan. I mean, we all know it. We know what everybody essentially wants to see, which is Devin and Ryan. It's hard as somebody that's hosting this press conference and is meant to be impartial to not talk about it, but at the same time, you need to give these fights that, again, Devin is in a tough one with Jose Ramirez. Ryan in a tough one with Rolly. Rolly might have the biggest power in his hands on stage, period. One miss from Ryan and a counter from Rolly, and this thing flips on its head. So, yeah, of course, like he knows the plan. We know the plan. And again, fair play to Devin. He's confident in his return. I don't know if that's just because Bill is there beside him, which does seem to animate him a little more. But again, fair play if it does. Everybody's got their representatives up there.
On this card, and now we move to our last fight on the card, our main event of the evening. Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Romero. You're a man that's been calling for this fight. You said you envisioned this fight at the weight it's going to be fought at. Tell the people why you're about to spoil the entire party.
I could predict. Wait, spoil the party? What you mean?
Oh, man. I mean, listen, I kind of said the same thing to Arnold Barboza, but it's just what came to my head. Rolly trying to put me on the spot there. All I'm saying is it's clear who the crowd favors in all three of these fights and who looks down the road to whatever these three fights will produce for Ryan, for Devin, for Teofimo. And it was a clear question to Rolly to say, hey, listen, you see it differently, obviously, and you've seen it differently all the way back from when that spar took place, all the way back from that moment. And, yeah, he said, what you mean? Rolly's the man, dude. He really is. He's been a little quiet, and this answer was kind of the same route, which, you know, I maybe should have done a better job of getting him more time to speak and you know, relay his message, but I just didn't know if Rolly wanted to be as vocal, because it seems like he hasn't really been vocal all week.
I'm going to knock Ryan out, and he can go have fun with Devin right afterwards. I think Devin deserves his rematch.
You keep talking about that, how they're going to have the rematch anyway. If you knock Ryan out, would you not potentially want to fight the winner of Jose Ramirez, Devin Haney?
I mean, we could go.
Bro, my neck is so ridiculously... I'm sorry, I don't mean to pause the video, but Jesus, can I build the traps and the freaking lat raises? Something, Wade? Come on.
So we could have fun with that later, but I think Devin deserves his rematch with Ryan. He's been asking for it for a very long time.
Fair.
Good job, Rolly. Good job, Rolly.
Yeah, it's crazy because Rolly doesn't like Devin. Or at least that's what's been portrayed. He doesn't like Devin and Bill. Maybe he just doesn't care and he's just there to stir shit up, but... That was an honest answer and a really, I thought, admirable answer, regardless of what happens with Rolly and Ryan, with Devin and Jose Ramirez, to say, you know what, yeah, when I knock Ryan out or when I beat Ryan, he can go do that. That's fine. You know, I'm not going to stand in the way of it. I'm going to go do other stuff.
Rolly's has never been seen as a real elite fighter, so I'm just here to do my job, knock him out, and ride off in the sunset. That's it.
I genuinely don't think that Ryan believes Rolly is on his level. That's what I've gotten from this whole, and I'm going to go into it in this next question, this whole interaction about their spar from years and years and years ago. I think why it frustrates Ryan, yes, because it's been out for so long and it's been over talked about, and I didn't want to ask the question, but I had to ask the question because you have to play the hits, the general hits, so that the people at home know what the history is. So it is what it is. But I think the reason he gets so upset about it, like this.
You guys had a long time ago.
I'm not going to talk about something that happened 8 years ago. That's crazy. I'm here to do a job, and that's it. But first, I want to thank God.
Before we get into this is actually a really wholesome moment from Ryan. I think he gets so annoyed because he truly thinks, like, okay, yeah, we've talked it over, blah, blah. But this guy, like, every time it's brought up to him, he's like, this guy's just not on my level. Like, to even talk about something where at a point we were close to the same level, or he did get the better of me. Like, it's to Ryan, it feels like to him, he thinks it's disrespectful to even, like, acknowledge it because of how much better he sees himself than Rolly, which I think is a big part of this fight because no one's saying they're overlooking their opponent. But Ryan even said he's not considering Rolly an elite level fighter. And maybe Rolly in his eyes isn't, but Ryan has to treat him as such in that main event or a big shock could come his way. Absolutely. But again, I like the confidence.
Shout out my mom. She beat breast cancer, and she's right there in there. Right there, I see her. I love you so much. And I'm just excited to be back here in New York after, you know, such a historic event last time. Felt so sweet. So we're going to have to do it again sooner or later, right?
That was a really cool moment. That was cool. Maybe you guys realized it, maybe you didn't. When Ryan was in his crash out period last year, there was more than met the eye with what was going on. And part of it, obviously, you know, his mother going through, you know, cancer. It's just, I can't imagine, honestly, how you deal with that and all the other stuff that's going on with him. So God bless and you know, thank God for her health. We'll say
it feels like you're almost annoyed at the fact that this sparring keeps brought up and the fact that Rolly thinks he's even on your level.
I mean, it's the only thing he got, right? He got that sparring match, and that's what he's going to use till the day he dies. So I guess I got to put that to the end come Friday night.
And I do have to ask.
Okay, here's where everything starts kicking off, ladies and gentlemen, because yesterday, you guys saw the clip, Bill Haney, Ryan Garcia at the open workouts talking crazy. I mean, we could probably play it really quick, but he sees Bill in the crowd.
You know what happened to your son last time? I wouldn't be talking. Hey, you talk a lot for what happened. Hey, I never hear Devin talk, not once.
Asshole.
Mr. Garcia saying suck on them balls, asshole. It's crazy.
Once Devin comes up, we see what he does. He stay real quiet.
Your son don't have a chin. Your son doesn't have a chin.
Derek is saying, I need you to be focused. I need you to be focused. And for a good reason, you know, Ryan getting caught up with Bill and doing the back and forth is not good for him to lose his focus. But here was what Bill was saying.
Your son's got his own balls, right?
You look like my balls.
What?
You look like a set of balls.
Okay.
He done went up 7 pounds and that looks like that. And that's what it looks like. That toupee is not right, Henry.
What is going? So anyway, that was the precursor for this right here.
This rivalry between you and Devin Haney, it kind of got lit again yesterday with you and Bill Haney and the open workouts. What was said between you and him at the open workouts?
You know, he was coming at my physique, but it's all good. You know, they were saying the same thing last time, and they got their ass whooped last time, too.
That motherfucker
ass whooped again. And you better
That motherfucker don't even sound the same.
I know Jose got that left hook too. Jose
got
got
off the
that left hook
oscillator.
too.
You don't even sound the same.
We never hear him talk. Because you don't do shit.
Your physique
You can't
changed.
talk. You
got
can't talk.
titties now.
You
ain't
can't
got no
talk.
muscles. Those muscles gone.
Bitch.
He said you got titties now. Devin, okay, on the slight. Devin had a nice little line there. Look at Bill. Bill's proud of his boy. Look at him. He said, yeah, talk to him. Talk to him. This is a Devin that I want to see. A guy that's willing to engage. A guy that's going to say, okay, yeah, you know what? You not on paper, not officially got the best of me, but, you know, that night wasn't my best night or whatever. And he's confident in the rematch if it is to happen. I like that. And the back and forth was obviously what everybody wanted to see, so I'll just let it play.
Voice is gone.
Hey, look at that. Hey,
talk that shit. This motherfucker's gone.
Hey, you can't train that. You can't train that jaw. You don't get fucked up.
Oh my God.
All I say is,
Bill, what was said yesterday?
what the hell?
Devin needed his daddy here.
happened to Ryan Garcia?
Devin needed his daddy here. I mean, it made for better TV, so yeah, kind of.
This is not the same Ryan Garcia
No.
at all.
No.
I got multiple
Listen,
personalities,
Rolly
bitch.
Romero, listen, everyone
I got
tune in.
multiple personalities, bitch.
This is going to be
And
a
you don't
great
want to
fight.
see the crazy one.
Wait,
You want to
wait.
see the crazy personality, bitch.
Wait, listen. I'm not
And
a
you
cheerleader.
and your son is some
You're in
bitches.
for a great
You the
fight
biggest
with Rolly.
bitch out of all of them. You a big
No,
bitch.
listen.
That's why you was a pig, right? You a bitch. You a little bitch. You a bitch.
That's why you was a pimp, right? You a bitch. Oh, God. Yeah, for just a split second, we got Crash Out Ryan. He switched it for a second. I mean, look at his face. That man changed from the humble, more grown up and more mature to, you a big bitch. Like that, dude. So yeah, and you know, fair play to Bill. Look, Bill knows he brings it out of Ryan. He does. He gets under his skin. He pokes the bear. So this was great TV. But yeah, I was worried for a second here. Not as worried as I would become in about 3 minutes, but I was worried. I was like, oh God, are we gonna have a little brouhaha up here on stage?
Get him!
I love it. Bill brings it out of me, though.
Be a fraction of Ryan Garcia that we saw.
Okay, hey, I don't give a fuck what you say, Bill.
Whole bit of it. Hey, listen, not too much ostarine left in him. Listen, I'll tell you what.
Hey, you better keep saying that.
Listen,
You trying to build your son up. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to build your son up.
Look at, listen at Tio. Get him. Tio in that fucking luchador BDSM mask.
Trying to bring back confidence in him.
all up there.
Hey, we all know about Victor Conte. Victor Conte is the biggest cheerleader in the sport. And
You know, Ryan did say something there that is a pretty interesting point, and it makes a lot of sense. You're trying to build your son up. You're trying to build your son up. You're trying to bring confidence back in him, and that's an interesting point because we talked about Devin's mentality. What is it going to be when he steps back in this time around? How is he going to handle the mental demons that come along with what happened in the Ryan Garcia fight? The easiest question to ask, but maybe the hardest one to answer, honestly. For Dev. And Ryan might be onto something there. And in fact, he probably is. Bill doing all this, it's what Bill does, right? He's a great salesman of the fights. He's a great promoter in his own right of you know, collecting drama and throwing it out there. But it is a real question, like, what is Devin thinking? And if Bill is constantly reassuring him and, it was this, it was the ostarine, or it was the weight, or it was the other things, is that a part of it? Yeah, sure. Especially the weight, sure. But I hope in the same breath, obviously, you know, on stage, whatever, but in camp, behind closed doors, that Bill and Devin also know that there were fundamental mistakes that Devin made that Ryan capitalized on, and he did it repeatedly. So that means the mistake wasn't learned from in the moment, and the repetition continued to reap the same result. If that hasn't been fixed, it won't just be Ryan who lands a left hook on Devin Haney, or catches him leaning too far with his jab, or goads Devin into a back and forth and reaps the benefits of it. So they can say that, and it can also be partly true, but the other part, and the bigger part to me, is what did you do to work on the acceptance of what happened, and to be able to come back and right the wrongs by working on the things that matter, the technique, the ability to get better, the evolution of Devin Haney. That's what I want to see.
hey, we all know about Victor Conte. Victor Conte is the biggest cheerleader in the sport. And y'all been using snack and all that shit, so shut the fuck up.
There's only one king here.
Shut the fuck up.
Hey,
And I know you brought your little cheerleading squad to help you, but
drive
you
home
still a
safe.
bitch.
And May the 2nd. No, I'm gonna tell you.
I like this.
And I hope that
Shut the fuck up.
for that fight. And I'll tell you one thing.
Shut the fuck up.
He's in for a tough fight with Rolly Romero. May 2nd is going to be a tougher fight than we think, because he's a fraction of the person he was on April the 20th.
Oh my Lord, they had him chant. Ryan had New York chanting, "Shut the up. That's insane. This is what I meant when I said this is one of the craziest press conferences I've ever been a part of. The fan engagement. They were chanting when Teo told them to. They were booing Devin Haney on command. They were booing Bill Haney on command. They were cheering for Ryan. They were cheering for Jose Ramirez. They were clapping for him and you know, rooting him on. So it was insane. I couldn't hear a damn thing.
We'll move forward. I see Teofimo. I see you're chomping at the bit to get that mic. You had something to say?
Yeah, it was Floyd Mayweather with the 3 pounds, man. Floyd fucked y'all, man. That's all I'm saying to the Haneys. You know, Floyd said to Ryan, 3 pounds, man, 3 pounds.
Well, listen, Teo, you could potentially fight any of these.
It's just crazy asking a question to this man when he's wearing this dungeon torture mask.
Talking to Mr. Eddie Hearn, what do you make of the mask?
I love it. I love Teo.
Lucha Libre, cabrones!
I love the mask.
Let's go! I'll flip this table!
Vamos, Teo, vamos!
Hey!
It's a whole lot of Spanish, and we don't understand it. I smell some lying going on around here. Yeah. I got to talk to my interpreter. Are they lying around this motherfucker? Because that's what I think is going on. There's some lying. Starting with Oscar De La Hoya first saying...
Okay, so yeah, this is where things almost legitimately kicked off. Maybe they were, you know, working a little bit, but I didn't see. I don't know. We'll get to it, but Bill starts calling out Oscar De La Hoya, and things, they take a turn here.
Starting with Oscar De La Hoya first saying that it's 3 headliners, and they're all with Golden Boy.
I know, it's something chicey, ain't it?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
So Oscar immediately pops up. I don't know what got into Oscar, but as soon as Bill said that, I didn't even see Oscar. I turned around and was like, oh, snap, something's about to happen. Oscar popped to his feet, and yeah, it got worse from there.
Look it over here.
You said 3 headliners, and they're all with Golden Boy.
Bill is...
So Oscar started taking the suit off, and I'm like, oh, no, dude. I find myself in these positions all the time. I got to hold Oscar back. I'm not going to hold it back if he really wanted to go. I got to lose some weight, by the way. You can kind of see my stomach and my little, you know. I got a little out of shape after the fight, okay? All right? Give me some grace here, guys.
Yeah!
Now Bill's standing up.
Let's get him going. Oscar, we're going to get you going. Oh, my God, he's bluffing. He's bluffing. Let me see the uppercut.
He said he's bluffing. No disrespect to Devin, but if anybody was bluffing out of who would have thrown down on that stage between Oscar De La Hoya and Bill Haney, I have a feeling it was probably Bill. Or me, because I did not want to be in between that at all. I was just trying to get on with what we were doing there. Like, Oscar's not, he's not backing down from throwing hands. I have a hard time believing that.
Only in New York, ladies and gentlemen, only in New York.
Let's go, Oscar. Golden boy. Golden boy. Let's go, Oscar!
It's turned into full chaos up here, folks.
Oscar!
Oscar!
De La Hoya!
Oscar, do you care to respond to Bill Haney? Do you care to respond to any of the accusations? He's saying that it's not 3. He was just saying, you're saying it's 3 main events. It's not 3 main events. What are you talking about? Why are you saying that? That's from Bill Haney.
So I didn't in the moment describe this the way I should have. Bill was trying to allude to the fact that what Oscar did say was that there were 3 main events and they were all Golden Boy fighters. And Bill was trying to say, listen, everybody up here could be a main event. And obviously, because that takes shots at Devin and that takes shots at Teo as well, it's essentially Bill trying to stick up for the guys on the right side of the table. I didn't articulate that the best, but I think both guys got the point.
Let's go, Oscar!
Everybody's a great fighter here.
Everybody's a main event on this thing.
It's three fights. Man, sit down, learn how to promote.
Yeah, well, hey, listen, everyone is a main event on there. It's 6 tremendously talented fighters.
We can have 4 if you want.
Listen, and guess what? And let me tell you this.
Oh, man, Oscar said we can have 4 main events if you want. Me and you.
Every fighter up here deserves to be praised, deserves to take the spot that they took. He could have been the main event. He could have made the main event, and he could have. And that's how this shit go. And that's promoting the fight.
Appreciate it, Bill. Let's go down the list.
Appreciate it, Bill. Yeah, appreciate it, Bill. Anyway, I did not mean that to sound disrespectful at all. I was just trying to get to what we had to get to, man. All right, well, listen, there is the... They gave some final predictions, but nothing too crazy. I wanted to get to the face-offs because I actually didn't see these. At this point, I was just trying to take in what the f just happened. I can't believe that I was given the platform to be able to host this grand press conference for this awesome event. So a big thank you again to the Ring Magazine, to Big H.E., Turkey Ellis Sheik, and everybody else involved, DAZN, and everybody else.
All 3 fights could be main event, like you said at the kickoff.
Right, he's proud as a promoter that he has 3 fighters.
Oh, okay. Arnold walked straight past. I didn't see this. I think they were telling him to go ahead and leave, and Arnold was like, all right, I'm done with this guy.
He has 3
Walk by him.
and 3 main event worthy fights.
Here we go. Devin Haney, Jose Ramirez. Let's see
I
it.
mean, this is right now the biggest stage. Obviously, we got.
How did they end up on the other side of each other? Like, why did they come up on the opposite sides of the way they were on stage? Weird.
Canelo, you know, the next day. But as
Oh,
of
the
right
glasses
now,
came off.
the
Okay.
spectacle,
Oh, okay,
how many
Dev.
top
Okay,
fighters on
I
the
like
card?
it,
This is the
man.
biggest stage. Well done by us.
I like the confidence. Stepping to him, letting him see. Take the glasses off. Look at my eyes, okay? And look at Jose Ramirez. All right, man, this is the one.
Doug, what do you make of Ryan's suit?
Look at Rolly's face. Someone said, I saw another clip of this, and someone said Rolly looked like a kid that was always in detention, and Ryan looked like he borrowed his dad's suit. Oh, man, but this is an intense face-off. There it is. Okay. He does got a little bit of a Wall Street look to him. But listen, folks, that was your press conference. I got my feet wet. Let's say that. I got my feet wet. My first one hosting. But listen, it was pure chaos. Do you take anything away from that when it comes to the fights on fight night? Probably not. Maybe some things that Ryan was saying to Devin. Maybe some things that Devin was saying to Jose Ramirez, and some symbolic stuff that Jose was doing at the face-off there. And again, when it comes to Teofimo and Arnold Barboza, they don't like each other. We know that. And again, for Rolly Romero, it just feels like he may know something we don't. Right? He's being very quiet, very laid back, and almost like, okay, y'all can do all the talking, but when I show up on fight night, it's going to be a different story. And as far as Ryan Garcia is concerned, he's fired up. He's come out of his shell once again. But I implore him, just like I will all the A-side fighters, do not overlook your opponents, because it feels like an event like this is the perfect storm for someone to shock the world. You guys let me know what you think down below. We have, I guess, one more day, as you guys are watching this, until that main event. 3 fights, 6 fighters on May 2nd, live in Times Square. I can confirm now. I know I should have done this in the beginning of the video, but whatever. I can confirm myself, True Jordy, watch party, Friday night, Times Square, right here on this channel. I assume on his channel. I assume on the Ring Magazine's channel and DAZN as well. Wherever you watch it, stay tuned. Stay locked in. The watch party's back. We'll see you Friday, and I'll see you guys tomorrow at the weigh-ins. Anyway, I don't know what happens on fight night. I'm just happy to be here, and we are running and gunning. Who knows what comes up next? But for now, all I can say is it's been pure chaos. And on Friday, I have a feeling it'll be the same. Who wins and why? Guess we'll find out.